Excuse me, teacher. I'm sorry to disturb you, but I have a question.
Oh, hello, Patrick. What's the question you'd like to ask? Go ahead and tell me.
Thank you. Well, the thing is, I'm really struggling to make progress in my English.
Well, you're actually doing quite well. You performed admirably in the last exam. What seems to be the issue?
I appreciate that, but I feel it's not sufficient. I need to enhance my English skills quickly.
I've mentioned this before, but I'll say it again. The key is practice. Regular practice is what will help you improve your language abilities.
I understand that, but there's more to it. You see, I'm aiming for a better job that requires strong English skills. I need to speak fluently and confidently.
I understand your situation. Fluency does come with time, but I can certainly provide you with some suggestions. Are you jotting down the new vocabulary we learn in class every day?
Yes, I am. But somehow, it's not effective for me. I write down all the new words, but then I don't actually use them.
Well, there's the issue. Patrick, it's not just about note-taking. You need to actively incorporate those new words into your usage. Otherwise, it's not very beneficial. Work on expanding your vocabulary daily by selecting new words and phrases. Repeat each word to reinforce your memory. Let's say you learned the word house today. Use it in a sentence like, I love my beautiful house. Connect this new word with others you know.
I remember you mentioning this concept earlier. Associating new vocabulary with other words.
Exactly. That's the most effective method for learning new English words. Many people think translating a word is sufficient, but it's pointless if you can't actually use it. This is why it's important to integrate new words into your everyday life and conversations.
I think I grasp the idea now. It's not just about comprehending the meaning of a word, it's about applying it. If we don't use it, we'll forget it, right?
Precisely. This is how you progress to speaking advanced English, by learning new words and actively incorporating them into your life. Please, remember this advice. It's crucial.
That's a fantastic tip, teacher. I'm eager to learn more. Could you please share more tips with me?
Well, another strategy that personally helped me was immersing myself in English. You don't necessarily need to be in an English-speaking country to do that. Find ways to integrate English into your daily routine at home. For example, write your shopping list in English, read the newspaper, listen to the radio, or even maintain a diary in English. Another trick is to listen to English content on your phone during your commute, like videos, podcasts, and so on.
I actually do that every day. I watch YouTube videos to improve my listening skills.
That's excellent. However, it's important to not just passively listen, but actively engage. If you come across a new word or phrase that you don't understand, jot it down and make an effort to use it. This ties back to the first tip I gave you. Also, have you thought about making English-speaking friends?
English-speaking friends? Do you mean people who are fluent in English or people who are also learning like me?
It could be either. The idea is to connect with individuals who share your language improvement goals. When you have the same objectives, you can support each other by practicing together and providing corrections.
I see, but I encouraged my friends to practice English before, and while they were initially enthusiastic, they eventually lost interest.
I understand. That's not uncommon. It happened to me as well. People can start off motivated but then find it challenging to keep up. Learning a language isn't easy and not everyone maintains the same level of motivation. Remember that. By the way, speaking of motivation, it's important but not the only factor. Motivation is great for starting something, but it's not consistent. In those moments, discipline steps in.
Discipline? I'm pretty disciplined. I always complete my assignments and projects on time.
That's true, but consider that you do those things because there are consequences for not doing them. Discipline goes further. It's about committing to tasks even when you might not feel like it.
I think I understand now. Here's a question though. Is it really necessary to read books in English?
Of course, reading books in English can be a valuable way to further improve your language skills. It exposes you to more complex sentence structures, varied vocabulary, and different writing styles. It helps you gain a deeper understanding of the language.
That makes sense, but reading books in English seems a bit intimidating. Won't it be too challenging for me?
It's okay to feel that way, but you can start with books that are at your current reading level. Look for materials that are meant for learners or even children's books. As you become more comfortable, you can gradually move on to more advanced texts. The key is to read consistently and not to be discouraged by the occasional difficulty.
That's a good point. So, how do I go about it? Should I just read and try to understand everything?
Not necessarily. When you encounter a word or phrase you don't understand, don't be afraid to use a dictionary. You can also try to infer the meaning from the context. However, you don't have to understand every single word to grasp the main idea of the text. Also, take your time. Reading is not a race, it's about absorbing and learning.
Okay, I'll give it a try. But what about speaking? I'm still struggling with speaking fluently.
Speaking takes practice, just like any other skill. One effective method is to practice speaking aloud in front of a mirror. This helps you become more comfortable with forming sentences and expressing your thoughts. You can also record yourself speaking and then listen for areas where you can improve, such as pronunciation or grammar.
Speaking in front of a mirror sounds a bit strange, but I guess it could work. And what about grammar? Sometimes I'm not sure if I'm using the correct tense or structure.
Grammar can be challenging, but it's essential for effective communication. Alongside your speaking and reading practice, consider doing some focused grammar exercises. There are plenty of online resources and workbooks available that can help you strengthen your grammar skills.
Thanks for the advice. I'll definitely give these methods a shot. It's just that sometimes I feel like I'm not making any progress, and it gets frustrating.
It's completely normal to feel that way, especially when learning a new language. Progress might not always be noticeable day to day, but over time, you'll definitely see the improvements. Celebrate even the small victories and milestones along the way. Consistency and perseverance are key.
I appreciate your encouragement, teacher. I'll keep working on it and follow your suggestions.
I have no doubt that with your dedication and effort, you'll continue to make progress. Remember, language learning is a journey, and every step you take brings you closer to your goals.
Thank you so much for your guidance. I'm feeling more motivated to continue now.
You're welcome. Don't hesitate to ask if you have any more questions or need further assistance. I'm here to support you on your language learning journey.
Thank you, teacher. I really appreciate your support and guidance.
You're very welcome, Patrick. Keep up the good work and stay persistent. If you ever need help or have any questions, feel free to reach out.
I will, for sure. Thanks again.
Take care and best of luck with your language learning, Marco. Have a great day.
You too, teacher. Goodbye.
Goodbye.